I'm Joan Cartan Hansen. Thank you for joining us for this dialogue with Extra. We're talking about athletes and arthritis. Libby, let me ask you a little bit about, before we ask you an arthritis question, let me ask you about what it's like to be an Olympic athlete. What is it that we didn't see? What do viewers not see about what's it like being an athlete?
Well, obviously it's everything that a young kid dreams that it would be. I mean, I got to travel the world. I chased the snow to all corners of the world, New Zealand, Chile, and Europe, and I spent almost every winter traveling and competing all over Europe. And all of this was paid for by the U.S. ski team because I was good enough that I was supported by the United States ski team. So it really was a dream come true, but it's also not as glamorous as some people might imagine. I was lugging around a lot of very heavy equipment and put in just countless hours of training in the gym and rehabilitation in the physical therapy clinic, and just lots of frostbitten toes and you know, ordering off of menus that I didn't quite understand. So it's not perhaps as glamorous as it sounds, but obviously a dream of mine from a young age, and never would have traded the experience for anything.
Was there one experience at the Turin Olympics that stands out to you?
Above and beyond everything else, it was the opening ceremonies, to be able to walk into that stadium with the whole world, looking to one place. It felt like I was part of something that was bigger than myself. You know, the Olympics represent a rare opportunity when the entire world gets together for peaceful reasons rather than destructive ones, and to be a part of that was really special, momentous, and obviously I felt like I had finally been recognized for all of my hard work that I put into being an athlete. So it was a really special experience.
And why are you speaking out about arthritis? Why has that become something a cause you speak out about?
Well, it bothers me that people feel that arthritis means, you know, stopping or having to cut things out of their lives that maybe they thought that they wanted to do for the rest of their life. And for me, it just was I just had to take a different approach to what I was already doing and just kind of shift my perspective. And you can still live a very happy, healthy, and very active mobile lifestyle even when you have arthritis. It just might have to be a little bit more tactful or a little more aware approach than what you otherwise would, just like blowing through life, doing whatever you wanted to do. And I know that's my young perspective as an athlete, and all people have different experiences with arthritis.
Doctor, we had some email questions about vitamin D supplements.
Right.
What do you recommend?
So there is actually an epidemic in this country of vitamin D deficiency, and so people have heard probably a lot about that. One thing that physicians are trying to do is when you go to see your doctor, they are going to be trying to check your vitamin D level. It behooves everyone to be the normal way the body gets some vitamin D other than dairy intake is being out in the sun. However, with concerns about skin cancer, that's why there's such a problem with vitamin D deficiency. So it's always helpful to take some vitamin D supplementation. You can take it orally, 1,000 to 2,000 international units daily. However, because there's so many people who are vitamin D deficient, it is helpful to go to your doctor, get a vitamin D level checked, and if it's low enough, they'll probably prescribe a prescription vitamin D supplement to try to boost that up, so that way you'll attain your goal a little bit more quickly, and then you can continue with over-the-counter supplementation.
Does it matter what kind of vitamin D, from what source it matters?
It doesn't usually. I mean, the ones that are on the market are usually pretty good at being absorbed. I think that you have to just realize that the purpose of vitamin D supplementation is to improve bone health, and it can, in some patients, I've had them say that it helps their level of fatigue, and sometimes their just general aches and pains seem to improve. And so it's a good thing to get that number up there.
And let me ask you, Craig, about advice for athletes and physical therapy. When you're working with an athlete, someone who decides they want to get ready to compete, be it a marathon or be it downhill skiing, where do you suggest they start?
Well, the sport-specific training is obviously imperative. You have to spend all the time training on the ski hill, as Libby did, and also training in the gym to develop adequate strength, flexibility, to allow your joints and your body to coordinate the movement to prevent injury and so forth. Additionally, it's again more and more common in the research that we're showing. I'm referencing muscle imbalances. Even professional athletes who have the highest training in the world often have muscle imbalances that they're unaware of. So to determine what those are, it can certainly help your performance, but perhaps more importantly, help prevent injuries. So we're seeing a lot of that in the research now is proving that to be the case.
And the one email question we got over and over again was, can an athlete compete with arthritis?
Well, I mean, that's the tough thing to answer. Every case is different. Obviously, I did, and I was very successful at it. I think that I was successful because I took a mindful approach to it and took all the measures that I possibly could to provide a healthy environment for my knee to both operate and then eventually heal. I mean, I do think that my knee has actually improved since my original diagnosis. So, yes, I think you definitely can compete. Especially with the consultation of a doctor and physical therapist.
Do you miss skiing competitively?
I get that question all the time. I don't miss skiing competitively at all because now I get to ski for fun, and it's fantastic. I love it. I actually didn't get to ski for fun very much when I was competing for the U.S. ski team, and now I get to do it for fun, and I ski a ton. And I skied for the U.S. ski team for 10 years. That's a long time, and I got my fill, and I soaked it up every moment that I was doing it, and I was ready to walk away when I was done. So,
And where's your favorite place to ski?
my favorite place to ski is Crystal Mountain, Washington. It's my home mountain. I know it. I know it well. I know the people well, and nothing really can compare to a good day there.
That's great.
Well, thank you. If we've run out of time, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you want to
Thank you
learn
so
more about what's going on in the world of arthritis and in Libby Ludlow's world, go to the Dialogue website. You can find more information there. And thanks for joining us for this Dialogue Web Extra.